Hello, this is Jim Franchini, the Superintendent of Schools for the Able Park Central School District. And I would like to share with you the slides from our budget hearing presentation. This presentation will be given to the Board of Education on June 1st. We are sharing it with you now, however, as we know that absentee ballots are arriving in the mailboxes of our residents, and we wanted you to have this information available to you as you received your ballot. In developing our budget, we keep our goals and mission statement at the forefront. Our goals, which are outlined here, are for our students to graduate college and career ready, for our students to productively engage in their school community, and for our school staff to embrace a data-driven culture to ensure student growth. Our mission statement, which is included in our logo, is meeting the needs of and creating opportunities for every student every day. The revenue for the school district comes from two main places, one from taxpayers and two from the state. Here you see our state aid breakdown. There are two categories of state aid. One is foundation aid. The foundation aid for 2020-2021 will be staying at the 2019-2020 level. This essentially means that next year's school aid and the foundation aid will be flat. We will not be getting an increase in state aid from this current school year. This is a decrease of approximately $217,000 in comparison to what was originally proposed by the governor prior to the pandemic. The other aid category are the expense-based aids. Transportation aid is the aid that we get for running our school buses. Due to the cancellation of classes, we're obviously running our school buses much less. Therefore, we've adjusted this projection down, and we're expecting a decrease of approximately $150,000 from the original proposal by the governor. This means, as a result, the impact of COVID-19 on our state aid will be a reduction of approximately $370,000. It's important to note that this is from the governor's proposed budget to the final budget adopted by the legislature. So that represents an amount that is changed as we develop the budget. Some other important budget numbers we wanted to share include the TRS contribution rate, TRS meaning Teacher Retirement System. Our district, as is the case for districts across the state, saw an increase this year of 0.67%. For us, that's a real dollar impact of over $280,000 of increased expenses. Our health insurance also saw an increase of 3.2%. That represents a spending increase of over $314,000. The tax cap levy, once again, will be within the tax cap limit and is at 2.58%. This tax cap represents a revenue increase of more than $816,000. And looking at our budget to budget expenses, we're seeing an increase this year of 2.2%, as our budget will be slightly under $61 million at $60,993,612. I wanted to highlight the revenue increase. We have an agreement with Wine and Skill School District where their students can choose between multiple districts to attend high school. And we are seeing an increase this year in the number of students that have chosen Averill Park. We're very proud of that fact and of the direction that our high school and our school district is going. In terms of real dollars, you can see a revenue increase there of approximately $100,000. So there's actually a financial benefit as well. In developing our budget, we used our guiding principles, which have not changed over the last 3 years. First, we want the budget to be the financial representation of our academic program. We want our district goals to drive how we utilize our very limited financial and human resources. We want to make sure that we are using data to guide our decisions. And where possible, we want to reduce staff through attrition, as we know the district has been going through and is projected to continue to go through decreasing enrollment. In terms of reductions through attrition, at this time, we're looking at reducing by 9 positions, 4 faculty, 4 staff, 1 administration. On the faculty side, you'll see that languages other than English, also known as LOT, will see a reduction of 0.5 FTE at the middle school and 0.5 at the high school, FTE standing for full-time equivalent. So when you see those are positions. So combined, we're going to be reducing the LOT department by 1 and splitting that at the middle school and high school. The social studies department will be seeing a decrease of 1.0 FTE. That'll be felt at the high school. Special education will also see a reduction. That'll be at the elementary level, again of 1.0 FTE or one position. And we have 3 intervention specialists currently working in the district. They're located at 1 in each building. We're going to reduce that from 3 to 2, so it'll be a reduction of 1.0, and the 2 remaining intervention specialists will split the duties between K-5 among all 3 buildings. In math, we're looking at a 1.0 total reduction. Half that will be felt at the middle school, half that will be felt at the high school. The change there is we'll be having a AAS math teacher in the middle school moving into grade 8 math. Algonquin will then need to backfill to get some AIS assistance. So that will be a split between the high school and the middle school. So again, the total reduction there is 1.0 being split between those 2 buildings. We had a teaching assistant that was in our original budget that we presented to the board. After the pandemic and the decrease in state aid, we decided to remove that. So it was an addition and then removed. So it really was only an on paper reduction. We do have one addition, and that is at the elementary level at Post and Kittle. This is enrollment based, as the number of sections we need has gone up in one of our grade levels. The intervention special positions that was referenced earlier, that one of those people will be moving into this role here. So we'll be hiring that from within, so as not to increase the total number of people, but to transfer a person from intervention specialist to elementary, which is the decrease in intervention specialists mentioned earlier. We're also seeing reductions in teacher aides, 1 at the high school and 1 at the elementary school, 1.0 at each, so a total of 2. A clerical position, which is in our CSC office, and our benefits coordinator, which is in our district office, also being reduced. Those again are reductions through attrition and retirements. We have an administrative reduction in the district as well. District-wide, it'll be 1.0. We will be combining 2 positions that are currently in our budget, the Assistant Director of Special Education and Student Supports and the Director of Professional Development and Independent Evaluator. Those will be combined into 1 position, is now named the Director of Teacher and Student Supports. So we're going to combine those duties there, and again, that will result in a reduction of administration by 1.0. We also have some miscellaneous reductions, namely our substitute service. We're going to be transferring a teacher aide, which is what we use now, to an automated service. This will save the district approximately $5,000, as we have been looking for ways to reduce where possible, regardless of the dollar amount. And we have some additions. Those are, first line is technology supplies. That's for grades 6 through 12. We have supply line items for our different grade levels and departments. And the technology department at both the middle school and high school has seen a need for an increased supply budget so that they can complete the activities that are designed in their curriculum. We also are going to be adding a girls swim team. It's going to come at a cost of $2,500. This is based on student interest and to help us in our Title IX compliance. For those who may remember, we added hockey recently. And at that point, we asked our athletic director to survey the students to see what other sports were out there that our students had interest in. And girls swimming was one of the top picks, top choices. And we've had a unique opportunity to merge with Troy. So we're going to try that for a year. It's a 1-year agreement and see how it goes. But it'll give our students who are interested in swimming an opportunity to merge, as I said, with Troy. We're also doing a food service transfer. This is largely due to the increase in minimum wage, which has impacted the department, and the anti-shaming policy has resulted in a higher number of student lunch debt that's not being collected. We also have a 1-to-1 initiative, and that's computers. For us, it's Chromebooks. We are currently in grades 6 through 9, and by the end of next year, we're looking to roll it up to grades 6 through 12. Fortunately, the district has already started that, which was a key component in helping us to be successful during the online learning phase that we've been forced into due to the pandemic. And we had planned to roll it up 1 year at a time, but we are accelerating that so that by next year. At the end of next year, we'll have all of our students in the middle and high school with their own device. Each year, we have a bus proposition that is on the ballot. This is part of our long-term replacement plan. This year, as you can see, we're looking to purchase 8 school buses, and the breakdown there is based on the size of the buses that we'll be purchasing. The total cost is not to exceed $695,750. It is important to note that the district receives approximately 71% state aid on those school bus purchases. We'll also be trading in buses. This year, we're looking at 8 trade-ins with a value of $14,500. And you can see there the average mileage on the buses that we are trading in. And just a reminder that this year, per the governor's order, the voting will be done only by absentee ballot. All ballots must be received by 5 p.m. on June 9th in order for them to count. If you do not receive a ballot by May 28th, please contact Yvonne Phillips, who's in our district office. Her email is located there, so you could send her an email if you do not receive your ballot again by May 28th. So thank you for listening, and just a reminder that your vote counts. We hope that everyone will get the chance and take the opportunity to come out and vote. Thank you.